How y'all doing? Hope y'all doing fine out there.
Howdy, howdy.
It's been a little while since we've uploaded a video or go live.
Guys, we haven't been doing our Let's Talk for a while, so we're going to give you a little
Let's talk
tonight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So if you're new to this channel, let me just say that first. Obviously, we're the Gordons. How many of us?
I'm Mrs. Gordon. That's Mr. Gordon.
Yeah, I'm Mr. Gordon. It is about after 10 in the night now, so obviously the girls are sleeping. So we're a big family, if you're new to the channel.
Amen.
And we would like you to become a part of the family, really and truly.
Yes.
By subscribing, really and truly. Don't come to our house. Subscribe.
Truly don't come to the house.
Welcome. They say, be a part of the family. Like, people turning up, you're like, well, he said be a part of the family, innit?
It's true. It's funny because people, they always say that.
You got to be specific in what you're saying, if you understand what I'm saying. Because a lot of the time, people say stuff and they're not specific, and then other people get the wrong meaning of it, is the thing.
Well, there are some YouTubers that do meet and greets. So, yeah.
Not at their house, though.
No, of course not. Obviously, because you don't know who is who. Some will wish you well and some won't, unfortunately. So you have to be careful.
And I hope we have well-wishers out there, to be honest with you.
If you're a well-wisher, comment down below.
Yeah.
Let's see how many well-wishers we have.
Yeah, let's have some comment down below. Let's see who is wishing us well, really and truly. Because we do need it, especially health-wise.
Oh, yes. Yes.
So let's talk.
We'll do a catch-up.
Yeah.
On what's been going on.
So, guys, for those of you who've been watching, you know, we had two separate gardens. We had a lower back, which was really unusable.
Wait. We didn't have two separate gardens. We had one big garden. However, our garden had a cliff drop.
A dip. No. Cliff.
Yeah, we had a cliff drop. So we decided to part the garden right down the middle with fencing.
To block off the cliff.
But then we was like, we can use the unusable space. So now we have two gardens.
So there is a video of us initially trying to flatten the garden a bit.
The terrain,
because obviously it was really hilly. If you haven't watched our videos before, it was really hilly. So we managed to level.
Maybe link the video.
Here. So we're going to put the link to the video. So we've leveled it off. We've done quite a lot, really and truly, which we're going to do a video on, and we haven't put it out, but we're going to put a link into the last one we did of when we initially was doing it. Yeah, if that makes sense. Yeah, so let's talk.
What's been going on in our lives lately?
Yeah. Raiya has graduated from primary
school. Yeah, and that's a big thing. It's like, wow.
Yeah. We're getting old, guys.
No, I will remain forever young.
No, but the thing is, when you see your kids go through these stages, there's no such thing unless you find a miracle cure.
Well, the song says forever young.
The song's stupid.
Well, you can get old if you want, man. We'll be forever young.
No, the thing is, when you and your children go through these stages, they're going from
you feel like
changing their nappies, giving them milk, and then they want no milk no more. They want certain food, and then they grow up to pre-teens, and they're like, they don't want to eat the food they used to eat. You see, the thing is, when they used to be used to such a food, and you're thinking, yeah, it's so simple, I can just cook this and give it to them. And then they turn around, they don't eat it.
No, but they grow up and they grow their own taste buds. It's just like you. I try and give you things you don't want. So you have to actually understand it.
I'm just saying, that makes me feel like I'm getting old. Because you're like, oh, my little girl, I know she likes this. And then she's going to turn...
And then you don't know what they like.
And then you go into the bin and find it in the bin. They scrape it in the bin.
That happened?
Yeah. Oh. They scrape it in the bin. Oh. And you're like, but they used to love this. Why is it in the bin?
I feel sorry for you.
I'm sure I'm not the older one.
I don't check the bin.
Listen, yeah? Like, is it everybody hates Chris? The dad used to calculate everything.
Is that fluff?
Maybe.
Yeah.
So, in that wise, I know what's gone in the bin and what's been eaten.
Fair enough. Fair enough. But yeah, she had her graduation today, and they actually did like a proper graduation ceremony, what you would have at uni, for example. So they were called up, they were given a certificate and shook hands on the other end of the stage and then came off. And I was like,
Which
wow.
makes you feel like you're getting old.
Well, to be honest with you, it felt like I wasn't bothered with this whole secondary school thing at first until today. And today, I think it actually hit me like, hold on, wait. The baby is going to secondary school. I'm just like, how? How is this happening? And then the worst thing is, yeah, you know, like I'm used to picking out their clothes. So I found a dress for her to go to her prom/disco thing. And I was like, oh, yeah, because I'm used to choosing the clothes and they like it and they're going to wear it. I called her and I was like, oh, do you like this dress? And she's like, yeah, it's nice. And I was like, so do you want it for the prom/disco, whatever it is? Nah, it's nice, but I don't want that.
She's like, can I choose something?
Yeah, she actually said, can I have a look?
Yeah, because she always going with butterfly business.
It had flowers on it.
Flowers.
And then she was like, I don't want flowers.
Yeah.
She wanted a plain
That's what I'm saying.
Dress. And I was hurt. I'm not going to lie to you. I was actually hurt. I was like...
Because we're going flowers business.
It was a nice dress. And I'm used to my little girls wearing flowers because they're little girls. Little girls wear flowers. So it just showed me that, oh my God, this is not my baby. It's not a baby anymore.
No baby anymore, nah.
Oh my gosh.
That's what I'm saying to you. You look around now and then the things they used to like or what you used to could do for them. Nah.
And then, if that weren't enough, today, even like there's some of her friends that I've grown with as well. So I've like I take them to school or pick them up from school. It's like always I've always been that mum, and there's two of them, and then my friend came to get her to take her to the prom thing because we had an agreement. She'll take her, I'll pick them up. And then when I went outside to take her out to the car, and then I saw the other one in the back as well dressed, I was just like, I can't do this. What's going on here? And I had to be like, I'm going to cry. I got to go. And I just ran back inside. I didn't even say bye properly. I was just like, I can't. Yeah. It actually got to me. I started feeling like, what's happening here?
Because obviously you're thinking, I'm still young.
How can I be a mother of somebody going to a prom in a dress?
That's what I'm saying.
And the dress was nice.
It just feels like we're getting old. We are getting old.
No. I'm a young mum. There's a difference. I'm not an older mum.
I'm not saying you're an older mum. I'm just saying, obviously, the stages that they're going through right now just means that we're old.
No. You're not understanding. He's not understanding, guys. So let me spell this out. I am a young mum. So it shouldn't be happening just yet. But it's because I'm a young mum why it's happening now. That's it.
It's just the thing is, obviously, these stages, we know they're going to come. They were going to come. But
it's come very quick.
It's been years, but it just seems like it's come very quick.
It has. It's come very quick. I don't understand it. And then when I was watching the graduation, I had Raiya on my lap, and she's 2. And then I thought, hang on, I got 3 more to go through this with. That's torture. I literally was thinking, hold up, there's 3 more to do this graduation thing with. Next year it's Ravaè. Next year it's Ravaè. And
So,
I'm just like, no, I can't.
Those of you going through these stages, obviously pre-teens and looking back at your younger ones thinking, where did the time go? Even though it's been years, 5-6 years, they're thinking, where did the time go? Now they're telling the 2-year-olds like, no, she don't want this, she wants chips. And all that kind of
stuff. I had to ask her what she wanted from KFC. Like I had to show her the menu. I just had to show my 2-year-old the menu at KFC to decide what she wants to eat.
Because today we thought, okay, let's just get a treat. Let's just go for a treat. And she knows what she wants.
Yeah, when we go in the shop, she even knows what she wants in the shop.
You look around and think, this little baba changing her nappy. Just now you're telling me what you want.
I think they're evolving.
Is it because it's 2023?
It must be because they're evolving. I'm not going to lie to you. With Raiya, who's now going to be 12 in a couple of months, she weren't telling me what she wanted in the shop at 2.
No.
I don't remember that.
It's COVID. That's all I can say.
It's a COVID baby. I guess so.
Hmm.
So what else has been going on medically for you?
It's still a uphill climb. To put it simple, to put it simple, it's still an uphill climb. Because the amount of time I had a camera go through my nose, guys, I kind of account now. Because of my throat.
He had that today.
Again.
Yeah.
Because we went there, we didn't know what the appointment was going to be. Because obviously we know there was an appointment. And they were like, do you know what you're here for today? I'm like, nah. And then they took out the camera. I'm like, oh yeah, I know now.
But there's been no change really in... It's not getting any better. His throat area, the eating, the swallowing.
Yeah.
It's not getting any better and it hasn't got any worse, which is a good
it's not getting any worse. They're just happy that no food is going down the airway.
Wrong pipes, yeah.
For those who know me, they know that this is not my voice, really and truly. The left side of the vocal cord
has collapsed.
Doesn't work.
Collapsed.
So it's just the right side that's compensating. That's why you can hear me now. And they're not going to do any operation because the right side seems to be compensating.
I'm sorry.
That's what it's doing.
His fingers are actually doing what, what it does in there.
They show us the video, guys.
Why are your fingers
Because
doing
that's what it does. It's two of them. I never knew this, but it was this two flappy thing. This one is not moving, so this one is moving, doing all the talking. That's how it is. It's just doing this. How, in God's name, that two little flappy thing makes sound? If you get what I mean.
I know.
If you see it, guys, it's just two thingy that's supposed to flap that actually makes sense. This one is not doing anything.
Yeah, so this one's being still, so this one is literally just doing that.
Yeah.
To that one. This is exact.
It's trying
how
to
it looks. It's actually doing it. Didn't they look like that?
Yeah. Because this one is pushing the other one like he's saying, wake up, man, wake up. If anyone has ever actually have a camera down their throat, these little things you would think, what? How can these little flappy things make speech?
Oh, and for anyone who's new here, we're talking about he had brain surgery last May. And since having a brain surgery, he's having difficulty swallowing, difficulty eating. He chokes when he eats. And then there's also the fact that, what was the whole point of the throat thing?
Voice.
His voice completely changed after surgery.
Yes. When I woke up and I started talking, man, I have this squeaky voice now.
When I first heard you, when you first called me, you sounded computerized.
Boy, I can imagine.
He said, it was like, hello, baby. I'm not joking. That's how it sounded. And I was thinking, it sounded like you had a computer in your voice.
One of those things.
Yeah, it actually sounded like that.
And when I speak, guys, it's actually hurting at the moment. Just communicating hurts. So sometimes I just don't talk. Sometimes she's talking and I'm not even responding.
Yeah, he's just silent.
But she's kind of get used to it now, so she just continues to talk.
The thing is, guys, before his surgery, he was quite feisty anyway. So he was quite feisty anyway. So I'll be talking and and I'll be like, hello, can you give me an answer, please? So I'm used to that already, but it's just got a bit more increased now. Yeah.
Yeah, because it's a workout just speaking. It's like a challenge.
Yeah.
Because it feels like it's just sore, constant sore throat. Has anyone had a constant sore throat that just it can't shift? But mine.
I had one for months in the year of COVID, but I never had COVID. That year I had a sore throat the whole year. I'm sure.
But this is not a sore throat. And even sometimes my words are muffled up. It's just this.
No, it's the brain. That's the brain.
This tumor was sitting on the vagus nerve. And that nerve is very vital to your digestion, your voice.
Your balance.
It doesn't even control the vision, but for some reason, no.
Are you sure?
Yeah, the vagus nerve does nothing to do with the vision. But for some reason, my vision has been affected as well. So, and once the vision is affected, then your balance is affected.
I
So
think your balance was affected
the vision.
from before the
No,
surgery.
they were saying, yeah, my vision was going before the surgery. It was. I was having difficulty driving the bus because for those who are new here, I used to drive the bus, London Transport, 141, Palmer's Green to London Bridge, my best route. And before the surgery, after, well, for the last few years, my vision was starting to play up. My voice was starting to play up. Because sometimes when people come and ask a question, I can't project my voice as I would love to sometimes. It would just go and come. But for now, it's just flat.
It's not as bad as you think, though.
No, I can't project it. Because when I was walking earlier with Riaan, when traffic is loud, she can't hear me. And I can't project my voice. And she was like, Daddy, I can't hear you. And there's nothing, I can't project it. You can hear me now because it's quiet. But in a loud environment, nah.
It's quite loud to me.
Yeah, we should go down the road and walk with his trucks and everything, and you will not be able to hear me because
I will not be going anywhere else today. I've been out way too much. It's all right.
Yeah, so guys, it's just an update of, obviously, we're just talking.
He's got an MRI to have on Saturday.
He's got an MRI coming up, Saturday coming, because the symptoms seems to be creeping up.
Creeping back. The ones he
the
had
symptom
before.
is the feel like my head is getting tight. Pressure. Yeah, that's it. So when I bend down and get back up, it feel like I'm going to pass out. So just bending down, general bending down, either to tie my lace or to pick up the baby. Once I get back up, it's just like a rush of, I don't know what it is.
So we need to have a look, basically, what's going on there. And
so
just pray that there's nothing else going on now.
So for now, I'm not working. So, which is really hard because I'm used to going to work.
Oh, he definitely.
Don't get me wrong. I like being home, but I did like work. You know, them times when you go to work, I used to be thinking, oh, I can't wait to have some time off. Oh, I can't wait to have some time. Getting up early in the morning. Now I'm thinking, I ain't got no job.
Now you want to go to work.
Now I feel like...
But you always wanted to go to work anyway, to be fair. You never didn't want to go to work. Even if you wasn't feeling well, I'd be like, just call up and say you're not well because you are not well. And he'd be like, no, I'm just going to go.
Because I've always said, I will always go until that point where I can't go anymore. I've always said that.
Yes.
And she used to be like, but you're not feeling well, just call him sick.
But he was entitled to the sick day, okay? And he still wouldn't take it. He never had a sick day. I don't think he had one on your record. I don't think you have one sick day on your record.
Because I had a feeling...
In 8 years.
Because I had a feeling at some point, because the way I was feeling coming down before the surgery, I just knew at some point...
Forget the way you were feeling, because this is even before you started feeling like that. I'm talking about in 8 years, you never had one sick day.
Yeah, I'm never the type to be taken off sick. If I can go.
Even if he had just a tummy ache. Even he's had like a tummy ache, and he would still go to work.
I've always been the one to, if I can make it there, I'm going to go. So me not going to work now, I know the reason why I can't work now. It's just that I'm a workaholic.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely.
And I was always praying for the time off.
You wouldn't think it, because he would never want to take time off.
Nah. So this brain tumor now, the thing is, guys, they keep saying it's a rare tumor because these kind of tumor grow so slow that they should have been caught early. Because it's a slow growth.
Before I hear that, but we need to do your next MRI because I don't believe they know what they're talking about anyway.
No, I believe it was growing from time. You just missed it.
Whoa.
Because I had an MRI in 2015.
In that case, they have explaining to do because he had an MRI in 2015.
Because I'm saying that the feeling was been, for years, I have been feeling the feeling. It's just got worse over time.
I guess it was 8 years then.
Yeah. Because I remember when I was doing the bus train, I was thinking, I don't feel good. Even instructor...
When you're doing the training?
Yeah. Even instructor was saying to me, can you see properly? I remember him saying to me, can you... Because I think I was doing all this, and he was saying to me, can you see properly? And I was like, yeah, I'm just concentrating, not thinking that there is anything going on up there. I remember clearly him saying to me, can you see clearly? So they missed it.
Wow.
It's this thing that they missed.
That's another thing.
I just want to say, you guys, girls out there, if you have a headache, no matter how small it is, be persistent, because these medical profession like to just fob you off.
Yeah, and they can miss things.
Like to just say, oh, it might be this, or it's just this, or it's just that, and then miss something vital. And now, at my stage, it's become a massive... Life-changing, yeah. It's become so life-changing that it's...
And sometimes for some people, like I've been reading about quite a few different people's diagnosis, not of the same thing, but different things, like something serious, where they've gone to the doctors millions of times and they've said nothing's wrong. And then right now, there's one I was reading about in an article, and now she's at stage 4 with her cancer because they kept missing it. So now she is going to die. It's just...
Even though you're telling them what you think the problem might be, they're telling you, no, we don't think it's that.
Yeah.
Yeah, they always say, we don't think it's that, we think it's this lesser thing. They never want to take it that it's serious as though you're trying to make it out to be. If you get what I mean? When you're telling them, I think it's really serious and it's urgent, they'll be like, no, it might be this lesser thing of what you're saying.
Yeah.
And then it turned out to be life-changing. Oops. We just thought you
were
just...
And that's it. They just say, oops, afterwards. I'm very sorry that... There's not even a sorry. You can't... sorry can't even do anything.
Don't cut it.
Yeah, don't cut it.
So if you're new to this channel, just come across it, just give us a like, drop us a comment. There's a comment. Look, there's a comment.
That's so sad. And it just, they are stretched too far. Yeah.
Yes, they are.
They are. They really are. To be honest with you, you can't really blame them, because at the moment the budgets are short and they're just trying to make sure that there's money's not being spent on people. They're trying to keep everything low.
When I was in the hospital, it was good. The staff was lovely.
Yeah.
Caring. I have nothing bad to say about the staff. And a lot of time people are saying hospital food was nasty. I enjoyed the food.
Can I be honest though? You didn't really have much taste at that time.
Well,
because you don't really want to eat that sort of stuff anymore.
No, the thing is, for the first week since after the operation, I was being fed through the nose. For those of you who don't know, but for the second week, I had cottage pie, and for me, well,
he was enjoying that. He came home wanting that. We bought that.
It was the boom. I swear down. Even though my taste bud was off.
Yeah, and that's why it was boom.
No, are you telling me hospital food is disgusting?
No, I don't think it's that bad. To be honest with you, I've stayed in hospital numerous times.
And I was eating some of your food.
Yeah, it wasn't that bad.
I love hospital food, man. It's great. It is.
Well, if that's the case, then boy, you should have no issue with dinner, because I can cook hospital food. That's easy.
No, but I'm home though, innit? I want home food.
Yeah.
But I ain't gonna lie, the food was okay. The staff was lovely, but they're so stretched. It's
just hard. It's sad. It's sad for those who get affected by what's going on with the stretching of the NHS.
Yeah,
it's really just sad for those people.
It's stretched so thin. Sometimes I wish I could go private, but when you look at the cost of going private, it's like, nah, back to the NHS.
Well, then, I mean, look, for example, you now have no job. How would we go private?
Can you imagine doing a brain surgery in private? That costs how many grants? How many grants that would be?
So you still got to be thankful for the NHS.
No. I'm not dissing the NHS. I would never diss the NHS.
I'm not saying you are. I'm just saying, so we still got to be thankful for the NHS.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Because costs are high for these things in other countries.
A brain surgery... I probably would the tumor probably would still be there, because I wouldn't be able to afford to get it removed. So I am appreciative of the NHS. They just stretched so thin. They got a lot to deal with. Plus, the government are putting extra pressure on them. Extra things they need them to do. You know, like extra... How would you say it? They're just putting the extra...
No, it's not that. It's just there's more patients to deal with than they can cope with.
Not just that.
It is that.
There's loads of bureaucracy, bureaucracy going on. There's a lot of it. And, boy, it's like, I don't know. Because one person working in NHS, she was saying, you know, like the patients get the rights, if you get what I mean. The staff always get blamed for everything.
So they pull their hands back,
say, if the patient, say, attack a staff and a staff retaliate, it's the patient, it's the staff that actually gets in more trouble than the patient. And that morality is low.
Huh?
Mortality. No, not mortality. What? Morality.
What's morality?
The moral, you know what I mean?
Oh, sorry.
What?
Sorry, because I said mortality. That's what
That's like death.
Yeah, because I thought that's what you're talking about.
No, the morale in it of the staff is low. Because it's morals. Just like, no, not the morals.
So what does morality mean?
The happiness,
Does someone know?
Them doing things to their best ability.
Morality means that?
I don't know. It sounds...
You're just making stuff up.
No, it sounds good in my head. Morale. The morale.
That's what I just said. You said... Never mind. Anyway.
There's low morale. Something like that, isn't it? If the morale is low, so staff is not pushing out their best effort. Because I remember in the bus company, we used to have so much over our head that drivers weren't even going beyond anymore. If you get what I mean, what they could do. They could do so much, but because the morale is so low, it's like they don't get rewarded you don't get rewarded for doing good, so what's the point?
I don't feel like the NHS feel that though.
Listen, I was speaking to somebody that works in the NHS and they feel like that.
That's one person.
Listen, we were just at the hospital and people was outside protesting.
That's because they want more money.
Yes, so the morale is low. They want more money, so you're going to pay us.
Yeah, but I don't believe they would purposely treat their
No, what I'm saying, they will do the very best. They're not going to go above and beyond anymore. They're just going to do what is required. If you get what I mean.
Moral versus morale, yeah. Yeah. Yes, exactly, morale. That's the word.
But it sounded good in my head. It's a brain thing, guys.
Mortality.
You said mortality.
You did.
No, you said mortality.
You said mortality.
I said morale.
You said morality.
Yes, I was close.
But what is morality?
Moral in it.
I've never heard of the word morality, though.
The morality is low. So they're not going to go above and beyond what they could do. They would just do the very minimum of what is required.
I'm going to agree to disagree because I don't believe that.
You don't believe that people who are stretched thin, who have a lot of workload, who have to take abusive patients and stuff like that?
My sister works in the NHS and she says everyone is tired. When other people go sick, they expect staff to cover them. So, right, yes, I understand that.
That's what I mean.
Yeah.
There's a lot of pressure.
I do understand that. It's a lot of pressure. But then I don't believe your sister would treat a patient a bad way.
No, I'm not saying a bad way, but they're not going to go beyond. They're so tired. Look at mom.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, my mom works in the NHS. Yeah.
And it's... Patients are always right and staff is always wrong.
They're not treated very well. Like, for example, if they're on a night shift, they don't get off that night shift at the right time. Yeah, so I agree.
And if somebody don't turn up, then you might have to stay a bit. It's just the workload is so much. It's like they expect blood out of stone.
No, it's true.
And they keep saying they could do more, they can do more, they can do more with less.
Right, exactly. She really cares. Oh, bless her.
Yeah, which is understandable. The workload is so much that you're going to forget. And they're expecting you not to forget.
Well, what we need to remember is people who work as police, as NHS,
bus drivers,
all of those frontline workers, they're still human.
And they don't get paid the big bucks they're the lifeline of the society.
They're still human.
People who sit behind the desk and probably do a bit of trading here and there, they get more than somebody who's saving life.
And that's wrong. That's where it goes wrong. I feel like GPs get more respect than those who work in the hospital as well. If you know what I mean. I feel like they get treated better. I think the hospital staff get all the abuse and the shouting
because even the GP sends the worst one to the hospital as well. Because I used to do security for the hospital, and he gets the worst of the worst.
Yeah.
The ambulance just bring them and leave them. That's it. And the staff has to deal with it.
The hospital staff really go for it.
You get the drunks, overdose, the ones that wants to curse everyone, the one that wants to physically fight.
Not only that, I don't even just mean that. Like, even I'm guilty as well myself. Like, for example, if I've gone to my GP and I've said I've got this problem, and then they're like, the first thing they say, oh, okay, if it gets any worse, go to the hospital. That's the first thing they say.
That's
so
what
obviously,
I mean.
by the time I've now waited, whereas the GP could have intervened at that point before it got any worse. That's all I mean. Like, referred me further on. But then by the time I've got to the point where I'm in pain and I've gone to A&E, I'm angry. So A&E gonna get the brunt of what I'm feeling because I feel like I've been dismissed by my GP. And then when I get to A&E,
yeah, they love to delay.
That's it. GPs love to delay, and that's what I'm saying. They get to live. It's like, for example, you've got a mansion, and then you've got the in the backyard you've got the stay house. So you've got the mansion where the GPs get to sit and they get a bit more luxury, and then you've got the workers that work in the hospital, and they get the brunt of everything.
The one who actually does the
and
job.
They're the ones that are actually going to do anything about it.
Yeah, because you go to the GP. Okay, they might say you might have this, but we have to send you to the hospital anyway, because that's the only place they can do whatever.
Yes, for referrals, but then what they are telling us now, because they're so stretched, they're telling us now, don't worry about it, go home. If it gets any worse,
if it happens again,
then go to, when you're dying, then go to A&E. And at the point when I'm dying, I'm angry. I'm dying. So I feel like the hospital staff just get that.
Yeah, when I was in security, there's so much times I was being paged. Sometimes it's a lot, especially in the nights. I mean, like A&E, obviously they are on the front line.
Yeah.
A&E staff, they get the worst of the worst. And then on the wards, you get, obviously sometimes people have mental issues and stuff like that, and they're just confused.
What it is after, say, 1 a.m. is where you get people injuring themselves more who have been out partying or whatever else. And that's, hang on, my GP took 3 to send a refer. That's it.
Exactly.
That's it. That's exactly what I'm talking about. Instead of just referring and letting you go to the hospital the correct way, where you're gonna turn up for your appointment, you're not gonna be angry, they make you wait. So by the time you get the referral, you're already angry.
I do wonder, why does it take so long for a referral?
Maybe they just don't believe people. That's how I feel. Maybe they don't believe you until you keep pressing them like, this is how I feel. This is urgent.
If you're like us, we don't like to nag. But
I don't like to nag. So I've left things for years.
That's why my tumor grows so big, because
he didn't want to go doctors.
Yeah, I didn't really want to nag because they already fobbed us off. To say, because they did the scan in 2015 and said
nothing was wrong.
They said it was clear.
Yeah.
And we were thinking.
But then remember the guy asked you, do you have something metal in your head?
The technician that did it, he saw something. Because he said to me, do you have a metal in your head?
He must have saw a shadow or something.
He saw something, and I was like, no, not that I know of.
And then it was just left.
Until
2022.
Yeah, they called the GP for the results. Mm-hmm. And they said it was clear. It was a receptionist. It was like, it was clear.
Fine. But so then he suffered on with the headaches.
So from 2015
till last 2022, when he found out he had a tumour. Yeah, we left it. Yep, we left it because they said that it was clear. So he suffered.
Even though the symptoms was there.
With headaches, letting this tumour grow bigger and bigger.
So
basically,
it went from a small tumour to a massive tumour that needed surgery. Pressing on the vagal nerve, which is a vital nerve in the body, pressing against it. Now, I'm basically disabled.
Yeah.
They've actually classed me as disabled at the moment.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because your brain is not functioning as it should.
My vision is off. Balance is off. My voice is not the same. Swallowing is off. Left arm feel like it's just heavy.
Yeah, that's the other thing.
Yeah.
The tumour was on the left side of his body. Show your scar.
It's a bit faded.
You can see the scar goes from here all the way round. sorry, it feels funny for him. All the way round to the bottom. And thank you. Thank you. So the scars are huge, and he had to have that removed because they said to us, "It's up to you if you want to have it removed, but if you don't remove it, you will die." That's what they said.
And they couldn't remove
so he
everything.
Had to have it done.
They couldn't remove everything.
Oh yeah, and they didn't remove all of it because it
was pressing on vital nerves.
If they'd have removed the rest of it, he would be a vegetable, basically.
Yeah, they were really
he
worried.
Could die. They kept telling us.
Yeah, the death part was
die.
a bit
death
scary.
It was written in every letter. They made sure they wrote down that death is one of the symptoms. symptoms.
Not the symptoms.
One of the risks of the surgery. But we went along with it in faith, basically, that he would be okay, and it was nerve-wracking. It really was nerve-wracking. When he went in for surgery, I think I was a mess.
I think she was more scared than me. I wasn't scared.
Because for you, if you turn off, you're all right. It's me left behind. So obviously I'm going to be the one that's more scared. Because if you turn off, you don't even know that you've turned off.
I guess
you'll be all right.
She's right. I guess so.
Yeah.
But the tumor, some is still left because obviously...
Which they told us he would have radiotherapy for the remainder of the tumor once he'd healed from the surgery, which was supposed to be 6
months.
Turned
off.
Which would be 6 months after the surgery. And it's now been a year. What are we in June? A year and a month. No,
the follow-up after the surgery, I must say, hasn't been so good.
Yeah, the follow-up's been really lacking.
Once I left the hospital, the follow-up has been lacking. I must say
non-existent. So he's only just having an MRI since having the surgery because he had one.
Last year, October.
He had one last year, October. So he had one a couple months after the surgery, but they lost it.
No, they didn't lose it. It took them almost a year to get the results.
To look at it. They didn't look at it, basically.
It was like last month they called me with the result.
From October
last year.
2022. So, we didn't even know if he was all right or if...
We don't even know if the tumor is going back or not.
Yeah, we don't know.
So obviously they've organised another one for this weekend.
Yeah, because we've complained about it. Now there's an MRI for Saturday. So we need to...
Yep.
We need to make sure that it's not growing back. We don't even know if it is.
They said, what?
Yeah,
October 2022, I did an MRI of the shoulder and of the brain.
Oh, yeah, because he was in so much pain lifting the left
Couldn't hardly lift my left arm after the surgery.
Yeah. He was in pain with lifting the arm. So they said, okay, we'll do an MRI of your arm.
Shoulder and the brain.
And the brain to make sure that the brain's okay and to make sure... But, yeah, we didn't have
Last month, they called us with the results.
Yeah, but you still... What's the result of your arm?
They haven't said anything about the arm.
There you go.
The GP even phoned the hospital to say you need to call this gentleman.
Yeah.
They didn't even call me about that.
No, they didn't.
They called me for a year follow-up.
That's crazy.
The guy said, yeah, I'm calling you for the 1 year follow-up. I'm thinking, but the GP called you like a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah.
No. So the follow-up has been literally non-existent. We did see them a couple of times, but they were waiting for the MRI that was done.
Oh, yeah. Every time we went for the appointments, they were pointless because when we went for an appointment, they were like, oh, we don't really know what to say to you because we still haven't had the MRI. Yeah. The crazy thing is that these same doctors do private clinics.
Yes.
Yeah.
They do.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. They sure do because they go to private one. Obviously, they get the more money there.
Mm-hmm. And the results are in quick. Quick. It's sad, isn't it?
Is it because we're freeloaders?
Freeloaders.
Hey, I'll pay.
Technically, you've worked. Like I said, he never took a day off sick in 8 years.
Never.
So technically, you've worked.
Even before that.
So
when I used to do the security, even before then, I used to travel so far.
Same hospital, same equipment. Yeah, it's true. Yep. Same hospital, same. Yep. Mm-hmm.
Boy, I don't know why others that do NHS get treated so low.
I don't know. Because really and truly, a large proportion of the wages go.
Yeah, because when I look at my contribution, national contribution, I'm thinking like a mortgage.
Yeah, it's a lot.
Like a deposit.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But it is what it is.
Yeah.
It is what it is.
It is.
So, we wish you all good health.
Oh, definitely.
Good health.
Definitely.
All around.
Mm-hmm.
All around good health. And as I said, if you're new to this channel, obviously we're the Gordons. Welcome. That's it. That's subscribe button.
We're going to try and do more of these type of videos where we sit and we chat with you guys.
Yeah.
We were doing the Let's Talk series before, but that wasn't live. But I'm thinking maybe we could do the Let's Talk series, but live.
If you enjoy these kind of conversation, you don't have to be about health. It could just be general conversation.
Life.
Obviously, just drop us a comment if you like all this conversation. And obviously, if you do like it, obviously just press the subscribe and the notification bell. I'm losing my voice. Is going.
It should be like, subscribe.
Hit the
Wait, what is it?
bell.
We don't even know.
So, have a blessed night, folks.
Hold on, just checked. The vagus nerve, when it gets damaged, can cause dizzy spells and eyesight issues. See?
Oh.
I told you it does. It does.
Yeah.
I thought so.
Yeah, because my vision is off.
Yes, I like
You see like patterns and lines. You know the pavement, sometimes you have slabs on the pavement. When I look at those, it's actually moving to me. So when I'm putting my foot down, I'm actually looking down. And to me, it's like the pavement is moving.
Yeah, and then you've got the vertigo, isn't it? So.
Yeah, so it's like vertigo. So like stairs, in my stairs indoors, I think I'm used to that now. But like,
you know where they are.
Yeah, I'm used to the stairs indoors. But like train stations, I'm a kryptonite.
How do you deal with the escalators?
The escalators are not bad because I'm just stationary.
Oh wow, yeah. Look, the vagus goes from the brain to the gut. So
yeah, it goes to the tummy.
He does have tummy issues.
Yeah, sometimes my tummy sounds like there's a volcano erupting.
He has bad tummy. He actually had to have a camera down into the stomach. That one was, when did we have that one?
A couple of months ago.
He
had to put me to sleep for that one.
Yeah.
They put a camera down in there to see the digestive system.
Yeah, he's been having the tummy issues. Yeah.
It's like a volcano erupting in there, man.
Yeah. It's amazing what the brain does. It really is amazing.
So that's why I'm not working at the moment.
Yeah.
It's a lot to deal with, man.
Yeah, it is.
And the thing is, when I used to go to the train station, I look normal.
All the cameras will make it work. That's what I was saying. Every 5 minute cameras down. Like, he's gonna be sore because from the moment he came out of hospital, he had the feeding tube in there. He had the feeding tube, and then after the feeding tube, we had camera. I swear we had camera like every week. There was a camera every week, and then
I had a lumbar puncture in the back. It's just.
Yeah, it's just been a lot.
That was horrible. Yeah. Can you imagine you feel a needle going through your spine, guys?
Yes, I can, because I've had it epidural for the 4 children that we have.
Okay, I'm just saying, innit?
Yeah, sorry.
I'm just saying.
It's a sore subject.
But mine went beyond where yours went. Because mine went a bit further, because they said to me, it's going to go further than, obviously, than an epidural.
Did they say that?
Yeah, the woman says it. I could feel I was crying. No, they tried to knock me out and it wasn't working. I felt everything. Imagine your head feel like you've been hit by a hammer, and then you have this thing go into your back, and it was in there for a whole week.
Don't describe it, because I can feel my epidural.
A whole week I had to have this thing in my back.
Stop it.
To drain the fluid from the brain, because
it actually hurts.
Guys, from the scar, when I was coming off the tube from the scar,
it was leaking,
they was giving me toasted bread, and I started choking, and the brain fluid
brain fluid was leaking from the wound. Ugh.
A lot of fluid just gushed from the wound. I was thinking, what just happened? It felt so warm. This yellow fluid just gushed out, so they had to put a lumbar puncture in the back
to drain out the fluid.
To drain the fluids.
And what I'm thinking you're getting now, where you're starting to get those symptoms back again, I feel like you might have
excess
fluid built up, so they might have to drain you again.
Yeah, every now and then my head just feels tight.
Yeah, it might be the cause. So they might, when they do the MRI, they might have to drain you.
No, I can't do it, guys.
You're gonna have to.
I can't do it. It hurts. The lumbar puncture. I think it was the person who did it because she was very rough.
Yeah, you was telling me she's
She-
just like, just get it in,
Yeah.
basically.
She was like, just let us get it in, but it was hurting.
You can't play with the spine. That's what's wrong with
And
people.
she was like, don't move, don't move, don't move. And I'm thinking, I have to move. It hurts.
Yeah, my spine is actually hurting me from.
And I was squeezing this nurse's hand. I was squeezing. I was thinking, ah. And she was just, she's like, hold still, hold still, hold still. I'm thinking, I can't.
You're actually hurting my back. Don't you
Sorry,
understand?
I'm so sorry, guys. I'm
I've
so
had
sorry.
epidural.
I don't mean to
3
gross
times.
anyone out.
I've had epidural 3 times, and I can actually feel the needle in my back when you talk about it.
I can feel it in my back now. It's actually making my back hurt.
So why are you talking about it? I can't.
All right, we're gonna let you folks go to bed. If it's night where you at, if it's morning where you at, I guess it's good morning. That was crazy.
That is crazy.
So for now,
thank you for joining in the chat. Lovely talking to you.
And thanks for interacting. Really appreciate it very much. So much I appreciate it.
And I hope to see you the next time that we're on here.
If you see it pop up again, please join us again. And good night for now. Good morning wherever you are.
Good night and God bless you.
Stay blessed, folks. Bye.
Bye.